Good evening, everyone. The NBA season is still young, but there's a buzz in the air for this game of the NBA Cup. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Lauri Markkanen.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. Dort and Holmgren are the forwards, and it's Hartenstein in at the center position. And for the Jazz, Bailey out there with Markkanen. Then it's Keontae George.
Here we go.
Then there's Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Mikhailuk in at the 2. And the Jazz start out with the ball. And you look at these teams, Tim, both full of a lot of passion, a lot of emotion, a lot of exuberance when they're on the floor.
Yeah, I love these kind of matchups, Kevin, because you're looking at youth and you're looking at the future of the league. These guys want it, and they want it now.
And they don't seem to blink, do they? It's not too big for them.
No, absolutely unfazed by this stage.
Now Wallace, after Lauri Markkanen misses from long range, lets it go, and there's Holmgren. That's good on the assist by Wallace.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against Sacramento. George with the screen on Wallace. Here's Mikhailuk. Not going to go that time. Nice defense from Wallace. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Holmgren kicks to Wallace. And no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Markkanen from outside. The Jazz again can't hit it. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Pass to SGA. Here's Holmgren. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
George against Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. And the Jazz with possession here. Still without a basket in the game. Nurkic's screen on Wallace. Takes the 3.
That was their 4th straight miss to start this game. Not ideal.
Mikhailuk can't get it to go. SGA passes to Dort. For 3, Holmgren. Rebound by Nurkic. For Utah, they've gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And with the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team, Tim, who's an impact player on this roster that might fly a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's Aaron Wiggins. I look at a guy that in any other situation, you might be able to average 15 to 18 points a game, but in Oklahoma City, he has sacrificed shots and minutes to be part of a winning team, and he competes every night.
He does indeed. Bailey with the ball, defended by Dort. Bailey misses. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Wallace outside. Outside, Dort. Pass to SGA. From outside, off the mark. And so George will bring it up for Utah. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year. Here's Mikhailuk. And George kicks to Markkanen. To stop the drought, the Jazz with another miss.
That's just unlucky. You don't mind him taking that shot at all.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy. We talked about the challenges the defense faces when dealing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He said once Shai gets under the arc, it's impossible to prevent a shot. He's too shifty. So we need to be ready to help off on the wings early and try and bump him out to the perimeter. Not easy to control the movements of Shai. Back to you guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Now, here's Nurkic after Lou Dort's miss. Nurkic, the pass to Bailey. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pushing it up. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren outside for the three. Got a piece of it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Just about halfway through group play. Here are the NBA Cup standings.
This competition has been really fun to watch. Some great games thus far. It feels like every year the NBA Cup just gets better.
Jazz trail by 4. Now George. He has yet to score. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. On defense, Oklahoma City. Mikhailuk passes to Bailey. 5 to shoot. Now George. Can they get it? That shot off the mark. Nice defense from Wallace.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard. Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Utah has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Top of the key, Bailey. And he drives in. Lays it up off the glass. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Wallace the pass to Dort. Hartenstein with the screen for Dort. Holmgren in the corner. Back to Dort. Shot clock at 5. Here's Caruso. And the 3-ball is good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Markkanen from outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now, here's Holmgren. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Here's Bailey. Pass to George, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Fast break, here we go. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
6'3", 215 pounds. Lou Dort is one strong guard. Hard to handle for defenders.
First trip to the line for him here. That one is off. Teams are starting to hit their stride in this early portion of the NBA season, Tim. Do you feel like you've hit your broadcasting rhythm yet?
I'm getting there, Kevin. You're making it easy for me. It's unbelievable. It's like playing with a great point guard for a shooter. You can't make it any easier. I've got my game notes down. I'm feeling good, but honestly, I think it's going to take everybody a few weeks before we really feel like we're in midseason form.
Routine and rhythm are big parts, whether you're broadcasting or, Tim, on the floor.
Boy, Kevin, that is so true.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Williams dishes to Mitchell. Pass to Caruso. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Caruso's got 6.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Markkanen, coming off 31 points last game. Pass to George. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Caruso sets the screen for Mitchell. And the Thunder another 3.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
George passes to Bailey. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Dort.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, Ace Bailey's draft journey was highly scrutinized, and it wasn't just his height. But at the combine, he measured over 2 inches shorter than he'd been listed in college. Rather, his refusal to work out for any team surprised a lot of folks and executives around the league. But it didn't scare off the Jazz, who selected him 5th overall.
Not everyone can shoot like him. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. Caruso, the pass to Joe. Wiggins dishes to Williams. Shoots over Nurkic. The shot by Williams, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
George sets a screen. Pass to Bailey. There's the lob to Markkanen. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
They put it up, and Markkanen just powers it through.
Here's Wiggins. Still yet to score. Now, here's Mitchell. Williams finds Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Now that we have the chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. Number 1, the Thunder.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. So both teams changing it up here. And Mitchell drops them both.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
Pass to Love. That shot, no good. Good D by Holmgren. Caruso kicks to Holmgren. Wiggins sets a screen for Holmgren. Really left alone that time. Caruso's got 9 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Here's Sensabaugh. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. Thunder with the rebound. It's Joe on the wing. No scoring in this one.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Wiggins. Mitchell is out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Holmgren in at center, locking down the middle. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Guys, back to you.
Yep, a wonderful organization. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Launches a three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Pass to Wiggins. Oklahoma City moving it around. Holmgren left side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Filipowski.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Jazz. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Anderson's got his first basket of the night.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get them. High percentage at the rim.
Mitchell right side. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Mitchell. Here's the drive. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Filipowski.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him. He's checked in for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Isaiah Joe. Holmgren outside. And here is Mitchell. He's got 10. Holmgren sets the screen for Mitchell. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
Bailey passes to Collier. There's a screen. Out to the right wing. Pass to Bailey. Filipowski in the corner. Over Williams. They get a hand on it. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
This has been that rare night where they got pretty much anything they wanted offensively.
Here's Mikhailuk. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Mikhailuk can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 15. Now here's Caruso. He's got 12. The kick out to Williams. Mitchell outside. And the three off target. So for the Jazz, their last game a loss to Los Angeles. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Yeah, Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
SGA finds Holmgren. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Shot's good by Filipowski. Filipowski's got his second bucket of the night.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Charity stripe shot will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Collier. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Markkanen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Holmgren.
Timeout.
When Markkanen makes a fake like that, you see what a great understanding of the game he has.
A different look for Utah. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Filipowski. And Georgia subbed in for Collier. The Thunder also changing it up. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Dort comes in for Alex Caruso. And it's Case and Wallace in for Mitchell. That free throw good from Markkanen.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
And Markkanen drops them both.
And having a big man like him who's efficient from the line used to be a luxury, but it's becoming more and more common.
Dort with the bounce pass. Holmgren wide open. That's in for his fifth make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Well, that is a beautiful stroke by Holmgren off the catch. That's how much confidence he has in himself.
George with the screen on Wallace. Here's Mikhailuk. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Wallace looking for an opening. Holmgren sets the screen for Wallace. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first three from the floor. Jacks up a three. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Pass to Bailey. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Good on the triple. Markkanen's got it back down to single digits for the Jazz. Thunder have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. George against Gilgeous-Alexander. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Bailey. He gets it in there. Bailey's got 6.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Oklahoma City leading by 6. SGA with the ball. He picked up 33 points in their last one against Sacramento.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
Holmgren hits them both. We know about Holmgren's exceptional play defensively, but Tim, Talk about his offensive game.
Well, he's incredibly versatile, Kevin. He can score down low. He can handle the basketball, shoots the three, and I'm not talking about standstill shots. He has the mobility to even come off screens.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Thunder making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. The Thunder leading by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. And Ace Bailey picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Wallace outside. Dort with a screen for Wallace. 6 to shoot. Puts one up from 19.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
That misses, and he's 0 for 4. Outside, Markkanen. Bailey sends a screen for Markkanen. No good from outside. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Sinks the three-pointer. Wiggins has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Obviously, SGA's scoring attracts the most attention, but you can't ignore his passing ability.
Jazz trail by 9. And George kicks to Markkanen. Back to George. On the wing, Markkanen. Covered by Wiggins. Here's Nurkic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Free throw good, Nurkic. And he can't hit the second.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Wallace, good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
1:02 left in the first half. George passes to Nurkic. And here is Markkanen. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
I like seeing Markkanen be this assertive offensively. Sometimes the defense doesn't know what to do when he has it.
And that one misses.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Second free throw, no good. He manages to convert the third one. Oklahoma City leading by 9. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by George.
Nice to see Hartenstein assert himself offensively.
.41 seconds left to play in the first half. George passes to Bailey. Now here's Markkanen. And it's Bailey in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Markkanen passes to George. The shot, no good. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Dort. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Mikhailuk. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so that brings the first half to a close. Thunder out in front, up by 11. From the Delta Center, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Things will tighten up here in the second. Chet Holmgren has been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Nurkic is out there with Markkanen. Then there's Bailey. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 2-guard spot. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. Dort passes to Hartenstein. Good, nice job down low. Hartenstein's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Oklahoma City. Jazz trail by 13. Outside, George. To the paint. Here's Markkanen, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Holmgren.
And Markkanen is skilled at drawing fouls once he establishes position. Uses that height to get the defense to commit.
That free throw good for Markkanen. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question. It's become something that's a priority for teams now. And I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
Ah, that's terrific. From outside the arc, good on the three-point shot. Markkanen's got 16.
And he plays with such a great rhythm. Markkanen, the catch-and-shoot shot, one he practices religiously.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Wallace. Here's Dort. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. SGA against George. Outside, Markkanen. The Jazz working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Rebound by Wallace.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And looking now at some numbers for Yusuf Nurkic. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's averaging 7 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, with some guys, we always talk about potential. What I like about him, he comes to work every night and actually produces.
Holmgren hits them both.
And something to like about Holmgren is his ability to run the floor. A 7-footer who can get up the court in a hurry and get to the rim before the D gets set.
Nurkic setting the pick for Markkanen. Markkanen missing again.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
Dort passes to SGA. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that's just got to be difficult for the defense, watching SGA overcome that kind of coverage.
Jazz trail by 13. Over to the wing. Outside, Markkanen. Outside, George. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Back to Hartenstein, and he banks in the layup. And it's 6 points for Isaiah Hartenstein.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
George with the screen on Wallace. Outside, Markkanen. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
SGA kicks to Wallace. Outside, George. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And I know everyone's thrilled to see Holmgren scoring so well. And this is the kind of effort that could carry on well throughout the year.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Back to George. Markkanen a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's George, buried from 15 feet out.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Holmgren outside. Back to SGA, and out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Now let's take a quick look at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. Third in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And the only way you average top 3 in points if you have that scorer's mentality. He knows he's the go-to guy, and everyone else knows it as well. George against Gilgeous-Alexander. George, no good. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Holmgren looking around. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And when he's in the flow, Holmgren can really up his scoring, and he's done it in a variety of ways.
Kyle Filipowski's checked in for the Jazz. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. That one goes. Count it. Nurkic has got 5 now.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
The Thunder leading by 13. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's off from 3-point range.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, arguably the most feared slasher in the game. Teammate Jalen Williams said, quote, everybody knows what he's going to do, and he's still able to get to spots on a consistent basis. SGA paused a beat before bluntly saying, I get to the rim on anybody. Guys, back over to you.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Yeah, SGA so quick up the floor and getting out in transition, able to find that space.
Jazz trail by 17. Now George, averaging 23 points a game and is one of the more consistent producers on any given night. It's stolen by Hartenstein. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. Great positioning on the putback. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
Mitchell against George. Clock at 6. From downtown, the shot, no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Thunder. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, there's the Jazz. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And I think for Utah, they haven't attracted any serious attention here in the early season. It's been the kind of average start that most had predicted.
Yeah, this is a team that has some talent, but they're still searching for that consistency night in and night out.
And with a quick break in the action, let's now take a look at the top rookie free throw shooters in the NBA. First free throw is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
A different look for Utah. Sensabaugh is checked in. And it's Collier in for Mikhailuk. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for the Thunder. And Mitchell drops them both. Jazz have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Pass to Sensabaugh. Chalk up 2 there. Sensabaugh's got 5. And here is Mitchell. 15 points in the game. Now Caruso. Shoots from 12. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Pass to Hendricks. Here's Collier. Three-pointer. Rebound by Williams.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Mitchell outside. Outside Williams. Caruso sets the screen for Mitchell. Rebounded by the Jazz. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside for George. The Jazz working the ball around now. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down.
Williams, a screen on George. For 3, Mitchell. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Collier. That one doesn't drop. Here's Joe, defended by Filipowski. Now, here's Mitchell. And so it's Oklahoma City cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and a magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, he made the right play. It didn't have to be a highlight reel play, and that's all you can ask from any position.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Holmgren. Isaiah Joe is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. And it's Caruso in at the 3 spot.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The Thunder leading by 20. Pass to Holmgren. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion. As those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices, the pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
Caruso finds Holmgren. And he gets the bucket. Holmgren's got 20.
Well, you know, Chet has that in his game, and that's a nice job finishing off that play at the rim.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Collier. Picked by Markkanen. Inside. And Markkanen throws it down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And so Caruso will bring up the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Holmgren. Launches it. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
So it's Utah now. Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. The three-pointer is right on target.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, the Jazz making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Isaiah Joe. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren the pass to SGA. Now Williams. He's guarded by Nurkic. And it's Williams with the jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Collier. Markkanen a screen on Mitchell. Here's Sensabaugh. 6 to shoot. Nurkic with it. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Holmgren can't hit. Jazz have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Sensabaugh. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Oklahoma City leading by 22. Going inside, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Dort, he's checked in for the Thunder. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to Mikhailuk. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
Outside, SGA. Holmgren outside. Mitchell outside. Over George. The Thunder with another miss. Jazz trail by 19. Down low. Here's Bailey. And it's Blocked by SGA.
That is timing on the part of SGA, protecting that paint.
Pass to Holmgren. Holmgren is doubled. SGA passes to Williams, and it's Williams with the jam.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
To the inside. Here's Nurkic. Back to Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. George in the post. Covered by Mitchell. The shot by George, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Utah's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Mikhailuk can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 21. Here's Dort, and he jams it with authority.
Athletic play from Dort on the drive, coming in hot and finishing it off with the slam.
Now George. Nurkic up top. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree. Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein comes in for Williams, and it's Case and Wallace in for Mitchell. He's off on the first.
What you notice all the time about Isaiah Hartenstein, it's how much effort he gives, particularly when it comes to things like rebounding and defending. There's a reason Isaiah Hartenstein is an NBA champion.
And the second free throw, good. Jazz have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Utah moving it around. Another miss by Utah.
Nothing from the field to speak of so far. Pretty rough shooting night, and now it's affecting the entire team.
And it's out of bounds, and last touch by Holmgren. So it's the Jazz now. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Markkanen passes to Bailey. And here is Markkanen. Pass to Bailey. Here's Mikhailuk. Now Bailey. No good with the triple. SGA against George. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Drops in the layup for 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Tim, as we look at the area of modern medicine, isn't it amazing how it's helping extend playing careers?
Yeah, it's really incredible, Kevin, how these procedures now are so much less invasive. Guys come back sooner, and they're able to play longer. Just look at Klay Thompson gifting his 2022 championship ring to the doctor who performed his Achilles surgery. Now, that's the kind of impact these doctors are having.
It really is amazing. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the clock. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Connects from 3-point range. Holmgren's got 14 points here in the second half.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Here's George. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
His effort has been there since the opening tip. He is leading the way by example.
Pass to Hartenstein. To the middle. Here's Dort. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's 9 points for Lou Dort.
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Down low, here's Bailey, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Dort.
Yeah, easy call.
That free throw good from Bailey. And you think about the balance of power between the conferences. How about this, Greg? In the last 26 years, there have only been 3 Eastern Conference teams favored to win the NBA Finals.
2011 Heat, the 2013 Heat, and then the 2024 Boston Celtics. So for those arguing for top 16 seeding in the playoffs, this might be your go-to stat.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Oklahoma City.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Chet Holmgren.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find him.
George, no good. And so here is Oklahoma City. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Holmgren can't hit. George against Mitchell. And here's George. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Chet Holmgren.